What is up, all my mullet loving mother truckers? Welcome back to Motos and Mullets. If it's your first time here, then welcome. It is your boy. Be ready. We're out on the lowrider, about to do a quick walk around tour for you guys. Show you what I've done to the bike so far. Talk about future plans for the bike a little bit. So, I'll see you when we get there. And I'm gonna do the infamous YouTube hand transition. Alright guys, we're here checking out the lowrider. Start off up front here. Got the Memphis Shades Road Warrior fairing and the 13-inch vented windshield. This is the smoke. They have clear, I think a light smoke and dark smoke. And I got the vented version. I don't know if the vents actually do anything. I got them to hopefully let some airflow through when it's hot out. I haven't really noticed if it does or not, so same price either way, so it doesn't really make a difference. And the nice thing about this fairing is you can actually put stuff in here and it will rest on the headlight. So I got my rain gear down there and then got my thrash and supply bag on top. And I've had the rain gear and another jacket and then the bag on top, so you can actually fit a lot of stuff in there. And I wasn't expecting to be able to put stuff in there, so that was a nice bonus. And other stuff up here, got the Lucky Speed Shop shorty levers with the trigger, and I think they're really comfortable. They fit my hands perfectly. These are the first shorty levers I've had, and I like the short ones a lot more than the stock length ones, so I'm really happy with those. Grips, got the just rubber built well grips, and I went this route. Once you get the throttle sleeve, you can replace the grips for like $30 or $40, and there's hundreds of options, so you'll never run out of options on those. You can get different patterns and different colors and stuff like that. I switched to the smoke turn signal lenses on the front and the rear. I just like the smoke look better, and it ties in with the taillight, which we'll get to in a second. Remove the reflectors off the front forks and off the rear, just something little to clean up a little bit. Got the Bung King crash bar. This is the low version. They have a low one, a high one, and a two-step one. And this one's good for me to stretch my legs out on longer rides. I don't really get cramped up like I know a lot of people say they do with mid controls. I'm 6 feet tall and I've never really felt cramped, but if I do, I can still stretch out onto the crash bar. So the mid controls were weird at first because the wide glide had forward controls, so switching mid controls was kind of weird at first, but I've never felt cramped with them. Pegs, I got the Thrash and Supply Militant pegs. You see they get worn down pretty fast if you scrape them, but they're comfortable and work perfectly. Never had any problems with them. I like the way they look a little bit more than like the normal MX style pegs that people have. On the rear, got the Bung King shock extension. You can see it actually raised up a decent amount. I was surprised when I got it installed. When I took it out of the box, I didn't think it would really make a difference, but it did. Got a little bit of a gap in there, not full Dynabro yet. I haven't noticed a difference in ride quality or anything like that, so I don't know if it didn't raise up enough to make a difference or I just don't notice it. It looks a little bit better and a little bit more ground clearance. And yeah, like I said, the smoke turn signals go along with the smoke tail light. This is the low profile smoke tail light from Speed Kings and the lay down curved license plate mount, and just those two things really made the rear of the bike look a lot better compared to stock with a big tail light and the license plate sticking straight up. So it really cleaned it up and made it look a lot better. Flip it on so you guys can see the tail light. I think it looks pretty nice. So yeah, happy with all that stuff. Just small stuff, but it made a big difference. Got the sissy bar from the Forge. And they have a bunch of different sizes and styles, and you can customize them and stuff like that. This is just one of like their basic ones. I forget what size it is, but it was one of the shorter sizes, and that's just the stock pad that comes with it. It's not quick detach, but we had a quick detach sissy bar in the wide glide and we never took it off. The only time we took it off is when I traded in. So yeah, it didn't bother me that it's not quick detach. I think they might make some that are quick detach for a little bit extra on the price. But yeah, I'm happy with this one. Looks pretty cool. Stock seat for now. Trying to decide what seat I'm gonna go with. I'm kind of torn between like the step-up style, either like a Saddleman or a Whiplash Speedco. And I've also been looking at the Saddleman Explorer, which is a touring seat. Wouldn't look as good and wouldn't go with the lines of the bike as much, but it would be more comfortable, so I'm kind of torn on what I want to do. So yeah, I've been kind of debating it for a few months and can't decide. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. Let me know what you guys think I should go with. And the fun stuff, the exhaust and intake. Got the Arlen Ness big sucker for the intake, just went with chrome to go along with the rest of the chrome on the bike. Just a nice simple look. Exhaust is a Two Brothers Racing Turnout, and they have a polished version and just a regular stainless version. This is the polished. Bike's kind of dirty from rain, but you can see it's a lot shinier than the stainless version. I almost went with the stainless one just because of the price, but I'm happy I chose this in the long run. I think it looks a lot better. I really like how the pipes turn gold after a few heat cycles. And as far as the exhaust goes, like the exhaust note, it's pretty loud and aggressive. Chris, Ryan Dad, he has the Comp S on his lowrider, and when we were in North Carolina, his was deeper. Mine was a little bit louder, a bit more like raspy, so it just depends on what sound you want to go with. I'm gonna do a full video with sound clips on the exhaust, and probably next week I'll get that one done. And got it tuned with the Power Vision from Fuel Moto, so just running their map for now. Eventually I want to do a cam, so once I get the cam I'll probably get a dyno tune just so it's actually a tune for this bike and it's running properly. And yeah, that's about it. Pretty happy with it so far. Didn't really change anything on the wide glide, so it's been pretty fun to customize this one and change it up. As far as big things that I want to do to the bike, like I said earlier, bars, seat, which isn't really that big, but seat can make a big difference on how a bike looks. So. And then the only other big thing would probably be a paint job eventually, just because there's so many with this paint scheme, since there's limited paint schemes on the lowriders, and especially with the blue and the red, there's a lot of them. So probably get a new paint job just to make it different. And I think that about wraps it up. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, let her eat, send it in deep. See ya.